It's Chris with Chris Loves Crochet, and welcome to KLC Podcast number 9, coming to you from the rainy Lafayette, Indiana, from the granddaughter's house. I'm still here for another week. I'm so excited. So I haven't had a whole lot of time to finish very many things, but I've been working on things. So let me show you a couple of things that I've finished and some of the things that I'm working on. And yeah, we'll go from there. And welcome, those of you who are, this is first time here, welcome to Chris Loves Crochet. I'm Chris, I love crochet. And those of you who are coming back, welcome back. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It feels weird. I'm on the other side of the world. You may still be in the same place watching this. I'm usually over in Bangkok where I teach, but I'm here visiting for our summer break and get to see the granddaughters and my daughter and her husband. Yeah, there's other people too to see. So we'll get right into it. The first thing that I finished, I showed you in my last podcast, the towel that I got, and I did the topper, so it will hang like that. I need to do it with a button because she has one of those ovens that has the handle and doesn't hang off, it just comes straight out. So you have to unbutton it, button it on. And it says, "Life is a beautiful ride." And they are bicyclists. And so I thought that was perfect. So this was the first one that I've done. I do have the other half because I did cut it and I just folded it back here. I got started, since I haven't done one before, I went out and I looked for one. It was Sarah Satch. I found hers. This is not exactly the way she did it. I don't do very well in the graph gans, and she had to, drop the color, pick up the color, drop the color, pick up the color. And I was having a hard enough time. I did this with the just regular household cotton peaches and cream. She wanted to pick up other colors in her kitchen other than the red, black, and white. So we wanted to pick up the blue and the yellow to soften it up a bit. Well, she didn't say that. Her husband said that. Joe said, "Let's bring some other colors in." Okay. So I thought the blue and the yellow would be pretty. So I got the cotton, the household cotton, the sugar and cream, number 4. And it's hard to work with. It's been a while. Those of you who have been watching know that I have some issues with my thumbs. And I have some thumb braces that I invested in. And I've been having to wear those a lot. And I don't know if I'm crocheting more here or if I've been working with a lot more cotton here. I'm a gurumi, working on some Christmas ornaments and things I'm having to do with smaller hooks. It's not the holding of the hook, it's the pulling action that I hyperextend. And so I pull this joint, and now my thumbs are hurting when I drink coffee, and so that's what I'm dealing with anyway. But the cotton was a little tough, but I'm going to make the other one. This is just a dollar store towel, so it's painted on. It's not like color. The fabric itself is not this color. It's just white, and so it's kind of stamped on. So when I cut it, then you can kind of see, you can't really see, but you can kind of see where the cut is. And when I, use a needle to go through with the yarn, you can kind of see it. So I'm trying to figure out a way, if you have a good hint, think about folding it over, but then folding it back. Is that going to be a problem? If I fold it over, should I just kind of cinch it up here to make it this wide? I'm not real sure. So if you have some suggestions, please pop them in the comments. I would really appreciate it. I'm new to this. So I did finish that. I wanted to mention also, I found somewhere, and I hope I can find where it was so I can tell you which YouTube channel it was, that it was a hack where to get a nice clean outer edge. She was showing on a blanket, but what I did was take the yellow that I was doing the border with, and went around first with just a slip stitch around, loosely do a slip stitch around everything, and then into the slip stitch do the single crochet, because it was starting to look, when I first started doing just the single crochet, it was looking a little bit ragged, and so I remembered, and so I frogged back, and I just did the slip stitch around, And then I did, on top of that slip stitch, did a single crochet. And I think, I mean, the whole thing is a little wonky. It's my first try and I don't do well cotton. But I think that as far as the border is concerned, just a single crochet border, yeah, I think that turned out pretty well. I did it too tightly. So again, it's my first one. Next one will be better. You just got to keep practicing. Just got to keep practicing. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice. So yeah, just want to give you that hack. The only other finished object, well, actually two, I did a couple more leggy froggies. I got some Chanel, just Chanel from the dollar store, from the $1.25 tree. And I got some white, and I didn't have any stuffing yet. So I made a white one and used the chenille to stuff them with for my niece. So that's pretty much gone. I don't know. I had some, you should see this bed. It's ridiculous. My son-in-law, he was so sweet. He came down in my little mother-in-law suite down here to ask me about something the other day. And he texted me first. Is it okay if I come down? I said, sure, come on down. And then he comes to the door, taps, tap, tap on the door. I said, come in. He opens the door and I said, please don't say anything about the yarn. There is yarn and stuff all over the bed where you guys are sitting up on the bed, on the tripod on top of my laptop. And he said, oh, why? He said, it's just like Freya when she wakes up from a nap, my 3.5-year-old. And she's just, by the end of her nap, she's just all covered in all of her favorite stuffed animals and dolls. It's your happy place. It's her happy place. I'm like, is that the sweetest thing? That's the sweetest thing. Anyway, so there's yarn everywhere, but I can't quite find the end of the other just chenille. So here's the other chenille that I got. And so after I made a leggy froggy for my niece, Jordan, who's 30, 31 something, but I made her a little white leggy froggy. I hadn't yet made one for my granddaughter. And I know that's a faux pas, but Jordan was about to leave. She was only here for a few days. And so I had to make her one real quick so she could take something home. And so I told Freya I'd make her one. So I made her one out of this. And I have some stuffing. So I didn't have to use it all up to stuff it. So I made her one. And then she wanted to add, well, when it came back home from daycare, she took him to daycare. One of the tails, somehow or another, she found it inside and had pulled it all the way out and had told her mom, my daughter, had told her mom that she wanted her froggy to have braids. I asked her if she wanted me to add braids. She said, yes, yes, please. So added braids. Well, I added hair, and I let her play with it with the hair first before I made it into braids. And I don't think I got a picture of it with braids, but here it is with Freya, my granddaughter. Where's your face? Where's your face?
She said cheese.
She said cheese. I just cut 9 longish strands. Let's see, I probably did about 20 inches, and then took 3 strands and pulled them through so that then, so it was halfway through. So it was 6 strands. And then halfway across the head, across the top, I did 3 more, pulled them through. So there were 6 strands dangling. And then again, the third place. So, and then I took from either side, they don't have to be the matching strands, but I just knotted them, so that if the braids came undone, then the hair wouldn't be able to be pulled out by a 3.5-year-old because she's going to try. So we thought about just leaving the hair, but you know how chenille at the end, this just, it just comes off. And Mommy wasn't so happy about that. I don't blame her one bit. So I told Freya she could play with it for a few minutes with all of the hair. And that's what I got a little video, little pictures of her playing with the hair. And then I just used 2 strands each and made a braid. So there were 3 braids total when it was done. So, and I put the mouth, instead of black, I put red because it's little kissy lips on the leggy froggy. So that's done. And the other finished object is not crochet. It is art though, and it's still setting under the bandage. So I'll show it in a later video. Whips, works in progress. I have a couple. I have my Boogie Boogie that I've been working on for the 5-month-old. She's 5 months today. She's 5 months old today. I keep forgetting I have a microphone on. I'm sorry. She's 5 months old. That's not her, obviously, but this is the pattern. Trish Snyder. I believe it's a paid for pattern, and I believe that it was, I thought I found it on Ravelry, but at the bottom it says Etsy shop. So credit my Etsy shop. Her Etsy shop is Girl Can Hook. Girl Can Hook. Crochet pattern by Girl Can Hook. Trish Snyder. And so I'm making that, and I have finished. Oh, I got some chenille yarn fluffies all over it. I have finished the back. So the hood and the back is all one piece. The arms, you then you attach the yarn and crochet them, and then here's the front piece, the arm piece. And so now I need to do the black. I have felt. It's the instructions show to cut these out with felt and then sew them on or glue them on. I'm thinking that I want to find the shape, if that's the shape, and crochet them and sew them. I'm not really sure, but you outline the mouth all the way across because it's the entire top front. Outline it in black yarn, crochet it with single crochet, and then you connect them, just little X's, just little X's. You don't have to connect here, just go over the seam and then just connect. So that should be really fast. So I only have one more sitting to finish this, and then make the spider to be hanging from. It'll have to be a removable, because she's 5 months old. Everything goes in the mouth, so we don't want the spider going in the mouth. So take a picture and then take the spider off. Probably mommy's going to take the spider off because mommy is deathly afraid of spiders. So yeah. The other thing that I'm working on that I showed you in the airport was the bag-a-day bag, and I'm not done with it yet. It's the summer bag. I added, these trebles are kind of tough on my thumbs as well, so when I sat down to work on it, I decided to just do a couple of rounds of just plain double crochet, just added to the flavor, to the texture a little bit. But it has the bottom part. I do have the canvas that I'm going to sew on the inside to give it a little bit more structure. Really soft. Now, I showed you this yarn before, and it was yarn that I got when I was in Thailand, when I was in Bangkok, and I ordered it over there, and it's a Chinese yarn, and it looks just like, oh, here's the pink one. It looks just like the Loops and Threads Flex. So when I was at the store, that does not look just like, but when I was at the store, I went and picked up some pink. I thought it would be the same. The flecks are the same color. It's got yellow and light blue and white flecks in it. But it is a little bit lighter. Also, what I found as I'm crocheting with it, strangely enough, this one that I got in Bangkok is a little tighter wound. And it's a little bit thicker than this Loops and Threads. It says it's a medium 4, but I don't know if you guys have worked at all with this. Medium 4 is it's pretty thin. It feels like a 3 as I'm using it. It has the same color flex. It's a little bit lighter color and a little bit lighter weight. The flecks are still blue and yellow and white. So it's enough of a change, I hope. Oops, sorry about that. I hope to where it looks like it's supposed to be changing color. And then I still need to find a strap. I'm not in the mood to make a strap. So I'm going to find one and rescue one from a thrift store, something like that. So those are my finished objects and whips. And I have many more finished objects and whips, but I have been spending some time working on some Christmas ornaments for the Deck the Halls collab that we started last Monday. And today, I didn't ever say what day it was. I don't even know what day it is. I think it's Saturday. Oh, yes, it is. It is the 8th of July because Flora is 5 months old. On Monday, 10th of July, I will have another Deck the Halls collab video with lots of different videos, lots of different ornaments that I'm going to show you. I'm not going to show you now. You'll have to tune into that. And I'm working out of the book doing the nativity scene. So if you want to see what I've gotten done on that, and also some others that don't come out of the book that are freebie tutorials. So I'll show you what those look like and I'll link where I got them. And I'm trying to stick with a little bit of a theme, and you'll see what that is. But they're circles. They're circles. So if you like crocheting circles, which I just love them, it's meditative to me. Just keep going, just circles, 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 or a mandala. There's something about a mandala. It's what they're for, right? They are meditative. So anyway, that'll be on Monday. Oh, there was something that I almost forgot to mention. We are getting ready almost for the Alpacachino tour. If you know about that, then you know about it. If you don't know about it, then check out Mama G Gear and see what she has to say about the Alpacachino tour. I will be receiving Alpacachino, soon, and be taking Al. We haven't decided, or we haven't been told yet by Al what the gender, or not the gender, what the pronouns will be. And so those of you who are also participating and going to be foster parents or hosts, however we want to say, for Al, then what I'm thinking about doing is making a not a charm bracelet, but a charm collar for Al. I'm going to crochet one and then get some stitch markers. I'll probably find one that's a Dallas one or a Texas one, and then one for Bangkok or for Thailand, and put those on his collar and then send him on. He's going to have a journal, and he's going to have pictures and stuff that follow him around and other things. But I thought that would be a nice addition. I was thinking about that. So let me know if you think that that's good, or if you have some other ideas about how to indicate where he's been. And be sure to check out Mama G Gear and see what she and Rusty have to say about Alpacachino tour. If you notice, I am wearing my earrings that I got from Crazy Indian Treasures from Trish. Aren't they pretty? The little Native American ladies, little beaded earrings. I love them. I love them. I'm so glad I got them in pink. I'm wearing purple, but my pants, you can't tell. My pants are tie-dyed purple, pink, and blue. But we're going to the park as soon as Freya wakes up from her nap. We're headed out to the park, and they may go, my daughter and son-in-law and Flora, the baby, may go off to the bike store, because they need to do something for the bike rack for the car. They have a different car. They need to do something with the bike rack. Anyway, but yeah, when I was here with the two granddaughters the other night when they went out to dinner, and Freya mentioned something about, so it's just you, me, and Flora in the house. I said, yep, it's just us. Your mom and dad went to dinner. And she said, I want it to be just you and me. So hopefully they'll be able to go off somewhere, and it'll be nice enough so where Freya and I can play at the park. Just her and me. Yeah, it'll be fun. Just Freya. Oh, it's going to be hard. Just Freya and Chi-Chi. I'm Chi-Chi. Grandma is Chi-Chi. Thank you so much for stopping by, and be true, be kind, and find your joy. I love you guys. Bye.